You see, when Advocate Mnisi takes off his glasses, you know something big is about to happen. It's a sign that he's about to make a crucial point, unravel a complex argument, or catch the opposition off guard. Splendor. This seemingly small gesture signals a pivotal moment. When Mnisi takes off his glasses, the tension rises and the courtroom holds its breath. So next time you see him do it, brace yourself. Something significant is coming. Stay tuned for more courtroom drama.
Now, as I said, and with due respect, I'm going to request to tap into your wisdom, being an expert in data analysis. Now, we can see that in respect of the column of the other party, in both exhibits, there's a discrepancy, not so?
Yes.
But now, in respect of all the other columns, the information is just exactly the same.
That is correct.
What? You know, when I went through this information, I got tempted to call Mark Zuckerberg and say to him, how does this happen? And then something said, no, but we've got an expert at court. Why should I worry to do an international call? Now, as I'm saying, may I kindly tap into your wisdom for an explanation on these discrepancies.
Please take note that I can only, my lord, I can only comment on Vodacom's set of data.
Yes.
And what I'm familiar with, as I know how and when the information was downloaded. The information that you see in front of you under the table on J1 has been extracted from the data that I would call the voluminous data, which comprises of pages 4,649.
Just before you proceed, is it not so that the data that is extracted from the data that comprises of 4,649 pages is the data that you personally worked on?
Yes.
Thank you. And it originates, the originators of this data, or it belongs to Vodacom?
Correct.
Thank you. You can proceed with your explanation.
If you have page 1586 of 4,649 in front of you, you will find towards the middle of that page.
I don't have that page.
Perhaps I could put it on the big screen.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure if you can see the highlighted portion in yellow.
I think I need to come nearer. My eyesight is good. Sometimes it lets me down when I'm supposed to be seeing other things. Yes.
Okay. So this information is on page 1586, as I've indicated.
Page 1586.
Just a second. I just want to be on the record. Now, that information is a record that you worked on.
Yes, this forms part of the J1 exhibit.
Now, which is that information? Is the information, okay, you're saying is in J1. Thank you.
Perhaps if you could just give me a moment to explain
okay.
The entire set of data.
Thank you.
So that you would then have a better understanding.
Let me do that. Thank you.
So the data that, the extraction that you see on exhibit J1, the small block that I've just presented,
Yes.
this page 1586 is or forms part of that extraction.
So this is where we left off yesterday. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just had to put it again. And did you notice I put it in slow motion? Let me know in the comment section down below. How many times have you watched these clips? Not just from my channel, but yeah, let me know. I will admit I've watched it definitely more than once because Mnisi is brilliant. I mean, it goes without saying. So I'm just going to do a quick intro, okay? Some house rules. Don't forget to do the things that make the channel grow, okay? 35,000, which means what? Road to 40,000. Oh my God. But I digress. Let's get into part 2, okay? So we just go through it all and see how Mnisi executes. Or Pinky, he literally walks her into the slaughterhouse. Judge Ratha, you just have to watch it yourself to see. And of course, as usual, I will be back with the rest of my commentary. Please like. Go ahead and like the video at this point. It is absolutely free.
But my concern still is, there is this also affidavit here, Exhibit 02, that deals with the same information, but the number of the other party differs materially from the number that is contained in you. Now, as I've said, I've struggled to find out how possible, how could this be, what could have happened here, why should these numbers be different when all this other information is the same? That is the kind of a wisdom that I would request you to assist us with.
So, as I've indicated yesterday, that our set of data is submitted in PDF format.
Yes.
It cannot be manipulated in any way by us.
Yes.
We submit it to the TSU,
Yes.
or any other institute for that matter, in the PDF format.
Yes.
As you have seen, that this little block on J1 is an extraction of the entire data.
Yes.
The only thing that I've left out was the tower.
Yes.
This comes from the old data. This is an enhanced statement with our new systems.
Thank you.
This cannot be changed in any way. It cannot be altered, added, another number inserted or a number removed,
Yes.
or for that matter, a tower name, a cell or ID, a lac or ID.
Yes.
I can only explain on what I've worked with and what I've provided.
Thank you.
However, this statement belongs to somebody else. I have no idea how that information was extracted, and therefore I cannot make any comments on that.
Thank you, ma'am. Most probably there will be an explanation forthcoming vis-a-vis the explanation that you've just given, that this information is untamperable. You can't tamper with it. You cannot edit it. You cannot alter it. No amount of change can be effected on the information that you have just testified about, as it reflects in your affidavit, J1. Thank you, ma'am. In the course of the exchange of information, the state provided us with information which is in soft copies, in memory sticks. This is called information which is in here. It's a soft copy. So, yeah. Now, in this memory stick here, there is what I could identify as the data, cell phone data of the number ending with 358. So I'm going to request you, actually my colleague here, Advocate Nimalo, can come and assist there because he's also savvy with the computers. So he can come and assist and just to go right into the information that we want. Otherwise, they don't want to get to other information that is contained in this memory stick. With the leave of court, my lord, may I request Advocate Nimalo to go to approach the witness and assist, man.
Whose affidavit is it?
No, it's not an affidavit, man.
Which is it's an affidavit?
It's not about an affidavit, my lord.
No, I'm asking that information. Who made an affidavit to say he or she compiled it? The one you say Mr. Ngomalo will explain.
We've got two affidavits,
Yes,
my lord.
that's why I want the name.
No, I'm not saying Mr. Ngumalo, Advocate Ngumalo should assist in respect of the affidavit, but just to access information that is in this memory stick.
I want to know, when you say this witness must assist, are you saying she must assist in her own affidavit? Which you say she was instructed to compile section 205 data.
It works both ways, my lord.
No.
Let me explain.
Otherwise, you're wasting time.
No, we're not wasting time, my lord, with your respect, but let me explain. This witness as well had a privilege to work on the cell phone data with a phone ending 358. Mr. STEIN had also a privilege to work on a cell phone data with a number ending 358.
Yeah, that's the crux of the point.
Yes.
Wait, because she is saying, you are saying basically you can't compare, you can't explain how Colonel STEIN came to aggregate that information.
Correct,
That's what she's saying.
No, but now, my lord,
What?
I'm no longer pursuing the issue of the discrepancies as contained in the affidavit.
That's why
I want to
know,
proceed.
Listen to me. That's
Yes,
why I know whose affidavit is it. Is it her affidavit or Colonel STEIN's affidavit? That's all I want to know.
Which is in the memory stick.
Yes.
It is for both of them because Mrs. Vittelingam also had worked on the number ending with 358.
Fine.
Yes.
Fine. The stick
As
contains.
well as-
Wait. You're saying the stick contains the affidavit of this witness and the affidavit of Colonel STEIN.
I did not get that, my lord. I just got it.
You say the stick contains the dual numbers which she worked on, STEIN worked on. Is that not so?
Yes.
Now I want to know which numbers is she going to comment on. Is it her own numbers in that stick which she comments on? That's all I want to know.
No, I think the court wants to know about the number. But I think the court wants to say affidavit. Is it her own affidavit that she will have to comment on, or STEIN's affidavit?
Yes.
In this memory stick, there's no affidavit. It's just the data.
Yes, the data.
Yes.
Is she the one who compiled it?
Who compiled the data
Yes.
in this memory stick that we received from the state?
Yes.
This information does not reflect. However, we know at the back of our mind, and it is now on record, that at one point this witness was requested to work on an affidavit, on a number that ends with 358. Mr. STEIN as well was also requested to work on a number that ends with 358.
Fine, go on.
Thank you, my lord. Does the court then give permission to let Mr. Ngumalo go assist in it?
So it's Mr. Ngomalo's turn to cross-examine this witness.
Maybe.
Hello?
Excuse
Procedure dictates that if you're saying Mr. Ngomalo is the one who will assist, you're actually saying he is now cross-examining this witness.
As it is the court.
Yeah.
Maybe the witness herself, because she's a technically well-read person, can access this information. In an event that she picks up some troubles here and there, that's when then we can jump in and assist, my lord. May I then hand this memory stick to the witness just to
fine.
open it?
My lord, I'm going to save Mr. Mnisi or Advocate Mnisi all of that trouble by stating that my ports are blocked due to security reasons. I cannot insert a memory stick from you or a disk from you or anyone else into my computer because of the confidentiality and the security constraints.
My lord, no matter what, it is very imperative that this information should be flighted today. If there's somebody that has got a laptop that can assist us therewith, maybe we can use that laptop. I think the state does have a laptop, the court registrar does have a laptop. It doesn't matter whose laptop is it, but the explanation from the witness is understandable. For security reasons, that cannot happen, my lord. I will request, my lord, the court registrar to assist her with, to assist us. That's a bit of a tongue twister, my lord. To assist us with her laptop so that we access this information.
I say you're not permitted by your employer.
No, yes, the ports are actually blocked for the security reasons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So nobody except
No, nobody can access.
paraphernalia of Vodacom can do it.
Yes, and if I have to insert a memory card in there, it's going to encrypt it and throw it out, which is null and void.
Yeah, let's make progress. He says he's unable to do that.
That is understandable, my lord, which is the reason why I said maybe the state will be in a position to assist us, alternatively the court registrar.
No, the court registrar is not a computer expert. She can't help. Hello, do you have any courses in computer science, sir, ma'am?
This does not require a computer knowledge.
No, just asking you.
Just a basic
you know,
knowledge on computers.
He says he's lost, like me.
I can assist. I do have a computer in my car.
But you know what, we're wasting time. This witness, Mr. Darling, when first did we meet, by the way? How many years back?
Long time back,
but-
my lord.
I mean, it's over 20 years. She says it's not possible for her to do that.
May I request the state then to possibly assist us, my lord? The state does have a
Mr. Sibanda.
laptop. He has always been assisting us in any event, but I don't think he can hide behind the fact that he's also hasn't done IT.
If at all, what is the position?
I will assist wherever I can. I just cannot insert anything into my computer.
Yeah, let's make progress. It's just he cannot.
I don't have a problem with that, my lord, but that cannot be it can't be a cul-de-sac. There should be alternative available. One of them is the state. One of them is the course registrar. The course registrar, the court has said she's not computer literate. But it does not look to me like she's not computer literate, my lord. But nonetheless, let us request Mr. Sibanda to assist us. The course registrar is willing to make a laptop available. Still on the podium.
Now, what is that supposed to be?
Thank you, my lord. That is what appears to be a download. A cell phone data of the number ending with 4358, not so, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, when I say me, I mean myself and accused and my colleague here, Advocate Numani. I want to be sincere with the court. We were analyzing that information. Something struck us very seriously and very amazingly. We were actually prepared. As we were analyzing that data called there, it appeared to us that that version is editable. Do you confirm that?
That is Excel. And
Excel, yes.
you can do anything with Excel.
It's excellent.
Excel is
That is Excel, yes. Now, that is the version. I mean, that's the information that the state gave us. Now, when we went through it, we realized that that cell phone data it's a 205. It's a cell phone data that was supplied in terms of Section 205, but it is changeable. Somebody can do whatever that they want to do with that information there. Do you understand? And do you say yeah, and you also say yeah, no, that is alterable.
Excel is used for analysis purposes.
Yes.
In most instances.
Yes.
It's almost like an accounting application where you make it work for you.
Yes, that I understand. That information that you provided, that cold data that you provided in terms of Section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act, it's supplied in a PDF format. You cannot alter it, you cannot change it, no amount of turpitude may be done on it. It is as is, and it should always be as is.
Yes, we
Thank you.
provide it as is in a PDF format.
Thank you. And why is it that the one that is applied by you, which is similar to this one, is in a PDF format, such that somebody cannot change it or alter it or whatever? This one that has been supplied to us, which is similar to the one that you dealt with, is editable.
I cannot answer that because I did not give that to you.
Thank you. Maybe let us go to the date of the 3rd of August, 2014. 2 August, on that Excel format. No, don't go out. On the 2nd of August at 2240. It appears, my lord, that in that data, this information, which is contained, the time on the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:47, it does not appear as if that information is there. Not so. That information is not there.
Which information is that? Is that the one on the Excel?
The information that is on Exhibit O.
Yeah.
On page 23.
Right.
information that was compiled by Mr. STEIN on paragraph 4, that little table there. That information as it reflects on the first line of the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40:47. That information is not easy. Is it there? At 22:40:47. The 15th of October. May you please highlight that information for us? There were calls that were made before and after the incident, and I still have to come to that.
Right.
On the 2nd of August 2014,
Right.
this number ending with 202
Right.
called the number ending with 358.
Right.
That information, this information which is here, is an extract from the information or from the table that is highlighted, I mean, that is flighted here at court.
Right.
So what I want to do is to compare what is in this affidavit with what is being highlighted there.
Yeah, that's why me, as a finder of facts, that's why I'm interested.
Yes.
Was it on the date of the murder? Was it before the date of the murder? Was it after the date of the murder? So it's simple.
That is before the date of the murder,
Fine,
my
no
lord. That is 2 August 2014.
Right, before-
Yes. But there are
before the date
allegations
of the
here that are made.
Fine, no problem.
That the number ending with 202 made a call to the number ending with 358 on the 2nd of August 2014.
Right.
That is very crucial to this case, my lord.
Right.
Yes. That's the reason why we actually wanted to demonstrate this information. This information that is being alleged here should actually be in the broader context of that cell phone data there, which is in terms of in terms of section 205.
And she is saying she's not able to explain that because she never provided that information.
Correct, my lord.
Yeah, so Mr. Mnisi, you must find your own expert.
Yes.
You must find your own expert to analyze that data because she says it's not her data. She never compiled it.
No, but that is not how it works, my lord. This information is already before court here.
Fine.
Why should I then find?
Yeah, fine.
I am not requesting her to analyze it. I'm just requesting her to comment. She has already analyzed it.
Are you able to comment?
No, this is not the format that I submitted the data in.
Lana-ke okhuluma ngabo ukuthi Mzansi ukuthi kunale information ekhona-ke lana ku-002.
Thank you. That is understandable, ma'am. Yes. As the court has requested, I'll try to find Mark Zuckerberg on my own to come and deal with this information. But let us then go to, what is the next date? The 15th of October 2014. The one that I said it's there. 15th of October 2014. I'm not requesting for your comment, man, because you realize that this is not your work. You can only comment on your work. Yeah, thank you. Now, what is being reflected today? What is just written there? I don't think you'll have a problem in saying what is written there or what is depicted there, in reading what is written there, not so?
On the highlighted portion.
Yeah, I think it's marked. It's not yet highlighted. But I think that should be the last line, last but not one line to the end.
At 17:33:57.
Yes.
The duration is 98 seconds.
Yes.
I'm almost certain that's duration. And I'm sure the other number is after the duration.
Yes. What is that number?
2773-305-9202.
Thank you. Just a look at this information that we've just read. Being a cell phone data that was provided in terms of section 205. Does that correspond with, on the date of the 15th of August 2014, does that correspond with the information that you gave in your affidavit?
It's the 15th of October.
Yes.
That does not correspond with the data that I have provided.
Thank you. Now let me ask you this way. In the realm of cell phone data provision, do such circumstances occur?
Not likely.
And your answer is not? What your answer again?
It's not likely. So
Thank you.
we do have duplication of calls, but not activities that do not reflect on the set of data.
Now, I don't want to push you too hard, but is that not one of those issues that you went to school for, that you were taught to guard against, being fraud, being the alteration of information, this, which is what is happening here? Is that not one of those instances? When you compare what you worked on and with what is reflected there and also reflected on Exhibit O, does that not really, on a reasonable analysis of this information, lead one to say there's a fishy smell here and a very horrible one? Is that not the case?
My Lord, I don't think it's fair for me to actually admit that it is fraud. I cannot make that statement.
Use a more modest word. It could be a misrepresentation of facts. Is that not a misrepresentation of facts?
I will stand up in objective stage. The witness has clearly said she did not provide that set of data, my Lord.
That's not in dispute. I'm asking all these questions, ma'am, not to a layperson, but to a data analyst who has gone to school for it, who has got the legal qualification for it, who understand what fraudulent activities are. And a fraud goes along with uttering, not so. Is fraud, forgery, and uttering. And very extensively, we have told this court that your information is uneditable. And very extensively, I've also told this court that there's no any other institution which is able to generate information in terms of information that is requested in terms of Section 205, if that is directed to Vodacom, except Vodacom. But here we have that information here. Is it difficult for you, ma'am, just to be honest with this court and say, you know what, the situation that is happening here, in as much as I don't want to comment about it, but there is something fishy here. Nobody is going to hold you accountable. So is that difficult to say?
Mr. Mnisi, is it the same information which is captured in Excel, in the program of Excel?
I didn't get the court, my lord, because I was in the process of talking in my mind.
It is a snippet of fraud.
Yes.
Is it the same information which the witness says is captured on the system or the format or program Excel?
I need to understand what the court really says before I can respond.
Just explain to him what I'm saying.
I'm not so sure if the witness also understands what the court is saying.
She understands me.
Yes.
My Lord, I will try my best to explain to Mr. Mnisi. So, the court wants to hear if this is the Excel version of the data.
Where does it come from, ma'am?
This is what you've received.
No,
is it in?
No, maybe. No, let's put it this way, ma'am. I see that is an Excel data,
Yes.
but who made it? Where does it originate from? Definitely, in as much as I received it, it cannot be coming from me,
Yes.
or from Mr. Sibande, because this is what we received from Mr. Sibande. Yeah.
Yes, so the court wants to know if that was provided in Excel.
Yes.
That's what the court needs to know.
Yes.
So, yes, is it provided in Excel or no, it's not? That's what the court wants to know.
Exactly.
Yes.
But the inquiry does not end up there. That which is now in Excel form, where does it originate from? Is it not from you?
That does not originate from me.
You
I have provided the PDF version of the data.
Yeah.
Excel has not been provided by me.
Information that you provided in a PDF format and the information which is now in an Excel format, are they not the same? The large bulk of that information, except for the other parties' numbers, are they not the same?
Well, clearly, we have just established it's not the same. Firstly, it's in two different formats. And secondly, what I have on my data isn't reflecting on that. So we cannot say that it's exactly the same.
And on that, because it's not in the same format which she supplied to the state. That's why I'm saying you must engage and expect. Because we are rounding in circles.
No, we're not, madam. We're getting somewhere.
We are.
Exactly, we're getting somewhere.
No, no way. Just like the South African government, we're not going anywhere. Just right.
Ma'am, I know that you are in a difficult position. But let me sum up everything. Maybe just before I sum up everything, let us look at page number 23 of Exhibit O.
23?
Yes.
Okay. Got it?
Yeah, because in my summing up, I also want to include that information.
Sure.
The last part, one line reads, calls. May you please read it?
Calls made before and after the incident.
Yes. May you proceed?
02 August 2014 and 15 October 2014.
And we know that this incident took place on the 26th of October 2014. And so,
Yes.
these calls that are mentioned on page number 23, which we have just read now, are all calls that, if they were made on before the incident, not so?
Yes.
And this is my summary. On behalf of my accused, you basically not the recipient of what I'll be saying. This is just in the broader context of the fact that you are also a data analyst. Thank you. That this information that is contained on Exhibit 02, on paragraph 4, on that little analysis of the data, on the table there, constitute fraud, number one. And why do I say that? It is because it differs materially from the information that was prepared by an expert, who is you, who has painstakingly explained how information is safeguarded in their system. How this fraud was committed, I don't know. But with the technology these days, everything is possible. Manipulation of information as it is happening here. That's my first point. We've got no comment.
No comment.
The purpose of this information on O02, on Exhibit 02, on paragraph 4, on that little extract of a table there, the sole purpose was to fabricate, or is to fabricate a case, to trump up a false case against accused number 5, to make it appear as if accused number 5, and they are even very wrong here when they say after the incident, when their own information does not speak about after the incident, but nonetheless, it's a fabrication, a trumping up of a case against accused number 5, so that it appears as if accused number 5 did have a communication with the number ending 358, which number is said to be belonging to Kelly Command. That's point number 2. Point number 3 is going to come. I'm done with point number 2. You don't have a comment?
No comment.
Thank you. Point number 3. This is also a villain endeavor by the state to fabricate or trump up a case against Kelly Kumalo herself that on these dates she had a conversation with accused number 5. As that number that ends with 202, it's a number that belongs to accused number 5. That's an open secret. You probably don't have a comment on that as well.
No comment.
Now, finally, ma'am, that will be point number 4. You'll also not have a comment. But we hold instructions that on the basis of this information, we need to approach our instructing attorneys with a view to go and lay a formal case of, a formal complaint against the compilers of this information on behalf of our accused. You also don't have a complaint. A comment.
Charges of fraud.
Excuse me, my lord.
I thought you were going to lay charges of fraud.
I'm coming there.
Now it's a complaint.
I'm coming there, my lord.
I see.
Yeah. That complaint will be premised on fraud, uttering and defeating the ends of justice, or an attempt to defeat the ends of justice. Because this information is misleading the court. Those will be the basis of that complaint. Thank you. You also don't have a comment.
No comment.
No.
Thank you, ma'am. Finally, you might probably be receiving a call in due course to come and re-explain the situation again after the complaint. Thank you. I've got no further questions to you, but thank you for your assistance.
Thank you.
You're very brave one. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Mamala.
So this video is going to be too long if I go ahead and give my reaction, because I definitely want to digress as well. So I'm going to end it here and do a whole separate video where I speak my reaction to this. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you stay tuned. And if you're watching from outside the club, it is time to join the family and take us to 40,000 subscribers. I'm going to end it here. Catch you on my next upload. Thanks for watching.